What's good? We back. Quick live stream. Want to get it in real quick. We do a big live stream a little bit later on in the afternoon or a little bit later tonight. Talking about talk just some little bit of boxing, all boxing for the most part. Um, got some informative things and some some other stuff of that nature, stuff like that. Man, you see the title. Um, Don't get into summer boxing. Gonna try to keep it hour under. Um, so there's been a lot of things going around the sport of boxing. Um, things happening. And if you guys just give you a quick roundup of the videos I've done this morning. Faking and Joshua, lucky might happen September 22nd. Luis Ortiz, I didn't want about him. Nobody really want to fight him. It looked like Maurice Hooker won't be part of the World Box Super 6 tournament. They're looking for a United Kingdom guy, a British guy to step in. And Demetrius Boo Boo Andrade will be Billy Joe Saunders mandatory in due time. So I don't know if Boo Boo going to take the fight due to promotional issues, but I guess when he signs with a promoter, WBO will order, Boo Boo versus Billy Joe Saunders. Both actually not doing nothing right now, but yeah, I just want to talk about the summer boxing schedule real quick. And you usually get a couple blockbusters in the summer. I know the fall is like the king of summer, it's the king of boxing period. But this summer seems to be lacking. You know what I'm saying? In my opinion, it's lacking. Just thinking about it and see how nonchalant we are about Robert Reese Jr. and Mikey Garcia. I don't see that fight being competitive. As I once thought it could be. Maybe because it was the Robert Reese Jr. Javier Fortuna fight. Maybe because Mikey didn't capitalize on that fight after the Broner fight, which was very, very vital. He missed the ship on that one. So I don't see that one, being a great summer fight. And also, if you haven't heard, Danny Swift Garcia and Sean Porter might be pushed back to November. I could believe that rumor. That's a strong rumor going out there. The Ring magazine dropped out there. So just looking at the summer schedule, I mean, you had Gilberto Ramirez and Angulo, Alex Asado. He gave a good fight versus Lenny Z. But it wasn't a blockbuster type of fight. Then you got O'Connor versus Jose Ramirez. That's not, doing anything. But Gatsby and Usyk, that is a good fight in the summer. It's only a few weeks out. You got Regis Prograis fighting nobody. Pacquiao Matisse, I think that's a solid fight as well. And then, Jaime Maguia, Liam Smith card. But Boo Boo was off that card because of the promotional issues. So that's a solid card, but it just doesn't really have that pop and that feel to boxing in the summer, man. It's just missing that one, it's missing that star-studded fight, other than Canelo Triple G. And Mikey and Robert Reese Jr. was supposed to be that, but we all know that's a mismatch, man. That's a major mismatch. And yeah, I'm not too fond of the Parker Dillian White card, for obvious reasons. Bacola Villela Alvarez and Bivol versus Chumamba, whatever that guy's name is. But to me, it just seems like the summer just lacked. And maybe it feels like the summer 2018 boxing lacked because it was so many fights that could have happened in the summer, but it didn't happen in the summer. Keith Thurman could have came back twice in the summer, May, and came back in September. Sean and Danny Garcia, that was the marquee fight for the summer. To be honest, that was a fight that everybody had been waiting for over a year. That was legit a fight that we all was waiting for. And I think it's not so much the crop of boxing we got in the summer that's hurting the 2018 boxing lineup, summer lineup. It's the fights that didn't happen. You know what I'm saying? It's the Danny and the Sean. It's the Broner and the Vargas that sound like it might not be happening. It's the Keith Thurman he should be on his second fight by the summer. That we still don't know if it's gonna happen. Now he coming back, but he can easily say, "Oh, I'm injured again." I mean, it was the Brian Jennings versus Joseph Parker that was a better fight to me than Parker and Dillian White. Just because it was gonna go down stateside, man, it was gonna be in Atlantic City. You know, Beltran and Lomachenko was another fight that was supposed to happen in the summer, and then Beltran versus Pedraza. But guess what? Beltran got a mandatory. You know, some Russian guy. You know? Samuel Vargas versus Amir Khan. That should have been Amir Khan versus Kell Brook. What's up, Escobar Boxing? He says, damn, Danny trying to find a way out the Porter fight winner. Not going to fight Earl. They going all out for Thurman. I agree. I agree that may happen. D. Brown, what's going on, my brother? I went to the Crawford fight and the Spence fight, so I can't complain. Keep up the good work. What's up? I'm here. What's going on, Josh Pop? Yeah, man. You know, summer ends September 22nd. And like I said, you know, Triple G and Canelo, for those who want to support that fight, that's cool. You know, that's a good fight, you know. But they just oversaturated and did too much for me in the first fight. It just seems artificial in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? But when you look at fights that didn't happen, Danny and Sean, it should have been a step up for Keith Thurman from May to September. That should have been a step up fight. I mean, Jennings and Parker, that should have been a good fight. I mean, Kovalev and Marcus Brown, that should have been a fight, even though he's fighting Eldar Alvarez. I'm not too fond of Eldar Alvarez. I mean, I haven't really seen a lot of them. So, you know, I seen one fight, I just wasn't, you know, happy about it. Billy Dibbs and Tevin Farmer, I mean, I legitimately have no fucks about that fight. So, yeah, the summer is just filled with fights that's solid, and it's a solid crop of fights for the summer, but it just feels like the fights that didn't happen, like Sean and Danny. You know, that fight was a huge fight in the summer. You know what I'm saying? That was a big fight, and I can't forget the this August 4th card, Berto Alexander headlining that. I really, you know, that's just, I mean, I really don't care. I mean, that's a solid card. I just don't care to see it, you know, really go out my way to see it, but I will watch it. But all the big fights that was supposed to happen, man, you know, it's like, damn, man, it could have been a better summer. Danny and Sean Porter was supposed to pop that summer off. Keith Thurman and Barrett Broner was supposed to probably tag team on the card and pop the summer off. And you didn't get that, man. You didn't get that, man. And those are 3 or 4 big names that should have fought. You should be getting Kell Brook and Amir Khan this summer. You know, that would have took the top off the summer. But, you know, it is what it is, man. You know, like I said, Deontay Wilder and Joshua, that's another fight you should have got this summer. You know, Wembley Stadium or Vegas. Well, Wembley Stadium because it was in Vegas. They went to November, December. So that's another fight you should have got this summer. You know what I'm saying? You're going to get Alexander Povetkin versus Anthony Joshua, which, like I said, is not a bad fight or a terrible or horrible fight. In my opinion, it's just a fight that, like it's a secondary fight. It's like going to buy an aftermarket alternator, rebuild alternator or something. You want to see the brand new. You want to see the new thing. You want to see the young guns versus the young guns, or the fresh champions versus the fresh champions. You want to see Wilder and Joshua. And that definitely probably those fights that I named that didn't happen this summer, as far as Vargas, Broner, Sean and Danny, Wilder and Joshua, those 3 fights would have made it probably the greatest summer in boxing since the turn of the century, in my opinion. Easily, it would have made the best. It would have made it the best summer, you know. But now the storyline is about the fights that didn't happen. You know, Gatsby and Usyk, that they went through the ringer about that fight. You know what I'm saying? It was talk about that fight not happening, and it finally came to fruition. You know what I'm saying? So all the fights that didn't happen, it really hurt it. Amir Khan Brook, that fight should be happening in the summer. You know, and that Sean and Danny piece, you know, I just watched Black Fight Fan TV. You know, that thing is like, man, it's Danny Garcia, man. And I love to hear Kenny Porter. He was Clarissa Shields and Hannah Gabriel fight. And he was talking like that fight was going to be happening in August, not Danny Garcia pushing it back. Like I said, man, I did a video about a year ago before I go to the next topic, that Danny Garcia should just retire. You know, he don't have a hunger. He don't want to compete. He don't want to fight the best no more. You know, and that's an actual fact right there. He don't want to fight the best no more. You know, and Danny Garcia. You know, it's a wrap for him, man. He mentally don't want to be a great boxer no more. He already overachieved, and I think he's happy with his accomplishments, and I know how that can feel. You know, once you reach your goal, I mean, what else do we want in boxing? I mean, this dude was legitimately number 1 140-pounder in the world, and people did not even recognize him as a pound-for-pound champion or pound-for-pound top 10. But yet Lucas Matisse had beat Danny Garcia, he would have been considered a pound-for-pound champion. So Danny Garcia has been a product of double standards and hypocrisy. He has been. You know, let Lucas Matisse have beat Danny Garcia, see that he wouldn't have been deep in somebody pound-for-pound top 10. I mean, looking at what Broner did, he didn't deserve to be top 10 pound for pound, but we ranked him. But Danny Garcia did a lot more than Broner did in his career, even at 140, even without all the fake weight classes that Broner won championships in. You know, and yeah, BJ Strong. I'm not gonna say the C's hard, but yeah, he said both are afraid to fight Spence next. I mean, that. I think that's what it could be. And I'm gonna give conspiracy brother. I'm put my conspiracy brother hat on. You said what's it back on for September 8th? You talking about Sean and Danny? Or you talking about Keith Thurman? Let me know. But I think what Sean Porter and Danny Garcia may try to do is they may try to, let Keith Thurman get a tune-up or two in, and then fight Keith Thurman, and then Earl Spence. They're gonna try to freeze Earl Spence out a little longer. I remember Andre Berto spoke on, going into the second year of PBC. He spoke on Al Haymon telling everybody they had to fight everybody. There's no more ducking and stuff. Okay. Josh Pop, tell me what you're talking about. Talking about back on September 8th. Elaborate in the chat. But he said they got to fight him. He said they was truly freezing out Earl Spence. They said they wanted Earl Spence to get a belt. They wanted Earl Spence to pay his dues and all of this and that before the veterans start getting him opportunity. Where he got his belt, he paid his dues, and he's still trying to avoid Earl Spence. So, at the end of the day, I think it's a strategic move by Danny and Sean Porter together to go ahead and push this fight back. Push this fight back to November if it's true. And this is reported by Ring TV, Ring Magazine, Caveat, whatever you call it. To push it back to match up with Keith Thurman. I think they truly want to give Keith Thurman his mandatory shot back at the WBC because he is still the champion away. Whenever he's ready, he gets a shot at that title. So it could be that they don't really want to fight Earl. At the end of the day, I don't want to make it seem like Earl is just the cause and effect to everything at the welterweight division. But that's what it's looking like that, man. Yeah, Sean will be off a year. Remember, Sean said, I'll wait as long as I can until Keith Thurman come back. I'll wait as long as I can until Keith Thurman come back. We ain't fighting to Keith Thurman until we get our mandatory shot at the WBC. You remember he said that. His daddy was saying that. Then they try to fake a hand injury. They more buffoons they just as much buffoons as Danny and Angel Garcia. Both Kenny and Angel avoided talk about Earl Spence. They talk cash about Thurman. Yeah, you're right. Yusuf Gassi next week. But don't know. It's not next week. It's July 21st, right, bro? That's not next week. It's July 21st. Hold on, I can tell you right now. I'm pretty sure it's July 21st. Pretty sure it's July 21st, but it'll be right. This is pay-per-view in the UK for $10. Well, you gotta pay $10 to see it. I stopped calling $10 $20 pay-per-views. Sorry, man. It's taking a minute for me to look this up. Yeah. I know Groves and Callum Smith is fighting in September. I just heard. Yeah, it's July 21st. So yeah, that's not next week. It's July 21st. No, it's July 21st. So what up, Ty? What's going on, bro? So that's 2 weeks from now. That's 2 weeks from now. Gasly's gonna fight. Porter doesn't want his IBF strap back. Yeah, he said, "Oh yeah, we can't fight for the IBF." But yeah, man, Danny and Sean, they probably in cahoots. Thanks to Eric Ross or Says. Oh, how you pronounce it? I'm bad. Yeah, Reaches. Yeah, I know. He been was joining. Maurice Hooker's not joining the World Box Super 6 tournament no more, so that's something interesting to talk about. But at the end of the day, I mean, it is what it is. Making money. Lipinets is not getting the invite. They refuse to let Lipinets get into the tournament, so he's moving up to welterweight. And I don't think it's fair, though, for Lipinets. Yeah, he would have beat the shit out of Hooker, but it would have been a good fight, for him, publicity-wise. Oh, you're right, man, and that's something to segue into, man. Like I said, I'm not gonna be on that one. I'm gonna do a bigger stream, a bigger live chat later on in the day. But yeah, and I just want to talk to y'all about the informative channels. I see too many channels, that break down good fights, that do good work, stuff of that nature, and everybody just want to gravitate towards the news channels, the news boxing channels, the channels that break news and just always give their opinion. But what happened to the channels that legitimately give you good fight breakdowns, that legitimately talk about what goes on in the ring? It's too often that the channels that talk everything about what goes outside the ring is getting all these props and getting all these views and these interviews, these fighters not even asking proper interview questions. That the real channels who talk about the real shit and just don't talk about boxing. I never forget that about my channel. I never forget that. I always want to talk about the inside of boxing. You know what I'm saying? It's too often that all y'all guys want is the drama. Y'all talk about women always want drama, and women want all the drama. I mean, men are more drama driven than women is in this age. That's it. What happened to the channels that talk about the smaller weight class? What happened to the channels that talk about the jab, that talk about the movement, that talk about the integral parts of training, talk about the real boxing shit, man? Don't forget to support those channels. Don't just go support the channels that just get the interviews with Floyd, that just get the interviews with Reese, that just get the interviews. That's a part of boxing, and that's cool. If you want to be the CNN of boxing, at the end of the day, it's far too many of these individuals holding microphones that don't know shit about the boxing game. They can't tell you about nothing in boxing history. They can't tell you about nothing about hitting the bag. They can't tell you about nothing about goes on in the ring. Can't tell you about breaking down the integral parts of a fight. It's too many channels that don't give you predictions. But they sure got a reaction video after the fight. You know what I'm saying? It's too many. It's too many guys that's holding microphones talking about boxing, but it's not enough teachers and guys that facilitate the real knowledge of boxing. And y'all need to go support those type of channels. Y'all supporting the Floyd hypes. Y'all supporting, Michelle Phelps Joyce, love her to death. Y'all supporting the Boxing Voice. That's cool. You know what I'm saying? But y'all need to support the real channels who giving y'all the real shit though, man. It's a lot of channels that I watch on the low, and I promote them on the low that knows the real deal boxing parts, man. And you need to get back to that, man. All the fan shit, the fanboy shit, and we all get caught up in the Wilder and Joshua shit. But the last thing you talked about when we talk about Wilder and Joshua, the last thing you talked about Floyd. Well, you heard about Floyd and Pacquiao, but it became second and third to the drama, to the drug testing, to the money. We shouldn't be talking about the money, the drug testing, who walk out first, horsehair gloves, foam gloves, whatever it may be. We should be talking about, man, I think Joshua jabbed better than Wilder's. You know what? I like Wilder left hook better. Don't forget that, man. That's what boxing is about. Boxing is about attributes. It's about making predictions. And there's too many channels out here who don't give you guys a prediction. When they give you a prediction, it's a half-ass prediction. It's a half-ass prediction. Oh, I seen Josh White. I seen him hurt Demetrius with a jab. So you know what? I'm gonna say he's gonna beat Marvin White with just a jab. Too many people just playing with y'all like a preacher, like a fake ass preacher in the pool pit. He say all these flashy words to get y'all head spinning, to get y'all mind off the real prize. And the real prize was going down in that ring, man. It's too many boxing historians out here, like Blood Boxing Returns. There's too many people like Curtis Anderson out here, who's speaking that real shit. We need to get back to that. Stop being drama queens and CNN of boxing. And I can say, I'm guilty of that as well too. But you guys know me. I'm always gonna come back to the roots of the boxing, to the informative part of boxing, to the breakdowns, to the predictions, to the technical parts of boxing. I'm always gonna come back to that. No matter if you get 1 view or 100 views or whatever it may be, I'm always gonna come back to the organic part of boxing, parts of boxing. It's too much time. We talk about everything that's going about. Oh, Joshua bought a new private jet, or Wilder got this new Hummer on 30s. We talk about all the bullshit, and that's cool. But now this sport is becoming drama driven. It's becoming drama driven. You don't see that with no other sport though. You talk about football, that's who got the best hands, who better, Randy Moss, T.O. Or T.O. ran better routes, but Randy Moss was unstoppable going deep. You talk about LeBron and Jordan. LeBron is too big for Jordan. He had good handles. Jordan was more of a tactician. He couldn't mess with Jordan in the post. He ain't had the skills Jordan had. That's those type of debates boxing leagues. So we getting too far away from the real points of boxing. When everybody trying to do YouTube and everybody trying to do Facebook creator, everybody trying to do Facebook and all this stuff, we forget about the real intricate parts of boxing. If you follow me on my social media links, I will do fantasy fights. You know what I'm saying? I religiously do fantasy fights. You know, and I want to hear people's opinion. You know, and and some people got opinions. Them old heads, oh man, Larry Holmes would have whooped Riddick Bowe or something like that. You know, I want to get back to that, and I promote fantasy fights on my social media pages because it gets us back talking about real boxing. You know, real boxing. Well, shout out to the brother Trey X, man. Shout out to I see him. Let me see, I just see him in the chat, man. I'm sorry, bro. CMD Boxing Reports. What's going on? I see you in the chat. And it get too far removed from that, man. It's too far removed. A lot of these major channels, man, they don't talk about shit, you know. And that's why I eventually started the channel. I mean, I was resentful getting on YouTube, man. I resented it, man. I was happy, you know, talking boxing on Facebook. And that's where I started it. You know, I didn't want to hop on this YouTube shit. You know, I was doing fine outside of YouTube, you know, money-wise and stuff of that nature, you know, hustling and stuff like that. So I didn't want to jump on this YouTube shit. With me and Colossal Sports, was Colossal Boxing Talk at the beginning. We started. They wanted to go to YouTube, right? So, like before, a lot of these channels was doing it. We had been there. 2014, we was doing it. I'm not saying we wasn't like major, but you know, we was sewing up Facebook and we was getting to sew up YouTube. We had some creative differences, you know what I'm saying? But that's all we talked about was breakdown predictions. You know, we was informative boxing, man. A lot of people didn't gravitate towards that, but it wasn't about the money. I didn't know you could make money on YouTube. You know, didn't know you could make money on YouTube, man. But it was about the love of the sport. You know, but like Josh Pop said, drama sells. You know, but you can now never forget the roots of boxing. It's passing on the knowledge and passing on the game and passing on your opinion, not on just news, not on just business. We talking more about business and promotionals and who and why they can't fight. You know, more than who got the better jab, who punch harder, who got better footwork. I mean, who got the better defense? That's become not even secondary. That's become a third and fourth, fifth option when you're talking about boxing debates. And that legitimately, it has to stop. You know, it has to stop. We at least got to get real boxing talk back in there. You know, if we're gonna talk about the business and the big and the major side of boxing. You know, let's say we're gonna talk about the other shit in boxing. You know, 70% of the time. You know, at least let's give us 30% of real boxing talk. You know, let's talk about that. That real 30% of real boxing talk. So I challenge to everybody channel out there, all the channels out there. I challenge everybody. Let's at least get 30% of real boxing talk, real attributes, real matchups. I mean, I challenge everybody out there. Let's talk about some fantasy fights on here. Let's see your boxing IQ, not your opinions on news and your biasness. You know, I understand that's how you build a channel, and you got to get it how you live. But let me hear what you think about what's really going on in that ring. You know, let me hear y'all talk about who got a good best jab in boxing, who got some good footwork. Oh, Crawford get hit by the right hand too much. You know, let's talk about more about that. Let's find that groove in the boxing community. And I challenge everybody out there. You know, instead of just piggybacking off of people's channels and recording people's voices, you know what, and just, you know, rebuttaling to people's channels. I think that's one of the most terrible things in YouTube as well. It's calling somebody out in the video title. Well, Trap House Boxing, this is responding to Trap House Boxing, or this is responding to that. Especially, you know, if it's something to ignite beef. Now, if it's something to say, you know what, I'm going to react to Corey Lee's interview. I feel that. You know, I want to react to what he said or piggyback. That's fine. But to ignite beef and call somebody out and drag their name through the mud, that got to stop. Come on, I hear so many people talk about boxing. You know, let's see what you know what's inside boxing. You know, let me see your IQ. You know what? Let me see you make these prediction videos. Like I said, everybody got a reaction video, but ain't nobody got a prediction video. Everybody uploading a reaction video. Everybody uploading a reaction video. Everybody uploading a review video. Come on, let me hear a prediction video. So I'm issuing the challenge out to every channel out there. Let me hear your prediction video, because there's far too many of these guys out here claiming to be right, but ain't shit on shit on video or shit on paper saying who you pick and why. I don't want to hear you just pick a guy. Pick him and tell me why. You know what? It's too many people that's perpetrating in the boxing community, man. There's too many of y'all guys out here perpetrating in the boxing community. You know what? I get more insight. Let me tell you this before I go to the next thing. I get more insight from you guys than other boxing channels. I have people DM me, who you think will win this fight, man? I think that's so and so, so and so. I see people in the comments. I be like, damn, you know what? Curtis Anderson to start a channel. Damn, I've been pushing Trey X to start a channel. You know what? Trey X, bro, you smart as hell. Start a channel, even if you just do the Dwyer route. And that's just, you know, show people how to bet on boxing. Do that. There's too many of the guys that know about boxing that don't start their own channels, that should start their own channels. And I swear to God, it's a lot of y'all out there that will thrive. You know? Exactly, yeah. Yeah. Up you on Marlo's Corner. Marlo's Corner is the truth. But with you, Trey X, and that betting shit, you can start a channel just on sports betting, dog. Just on sports betting. It's only one guy that do that. So, you know, this whole boxing community, usually a guy like Trey X that know how to sports bet, and people can follow you. Not only boxing, football, basketball. You know what I'm saying? It's a space for you as well. It's an exclusive space for you that nobody else is telling you how to bet. It's an exclusive space for you in this community. It's a space that say Trey X name on it and nobody else name on it. Even if you upload one video a week, it's about being consistent. Yeah, KOD, Testimony Boxing. Yeah, Dwyer, he's the only guy that I see actually do that. You know what I'm saying? He been doing it for years. Before I even, you know, jumped on YouTube, he was doing it for years. You know, been doing it for years, man. ESPN and Golden Boy fights were on the other day, and nobody talked about it. Yeah, I talked about Rashidi Ellis the week before that. I got to go back and watch the Ortiz kid. What up, Antonio McCray? Timmy Diamonds, what's going on, my brother? But like I said, man, like it's time to get back to the real boxing shit, man, and not the fanboy shit. We got more drama than the hip hop loving hip hop, Housewife of Atlanta. You know, oh, he a real lawyer. Okay, that's what's up. I know he got that lawyer judge type of voice too, man. But yeah, I like his channel, man. I've been watching it for years, man. Yeah, he come off weird. What up, Wood Be More? Y'all go subscribe to the homie Wood Be More TV, man. Yeah, but he know what he talk about, man. Once you get somebody that know what they talk about, you're gonna gravitate towards their channel, even if you agree or don't agree. I'm not into interviews though, man. I'm not in an interview. I don't care to have interviews with these fighters, man. I was gonna hop on with Corey Lee the other day, but I had a situation at the house. He had a Jared Hurst trainer on, man. You know, he formed that bond and that relationship. That's cool. But I done interviews before I started this channel. It's just I don't care to do it. You know what? I don't care to do it. You know? That creates biasness for your channel as well. You form a relationship with a guy, and you just bias. You put the sun bars on. At one point, I get interviews. It's not a big deal. It's very, very doable. You know, I can get them all day. You know, I've done them before, but I'm not interested in interviews though. But at one point, you know, I might do some interviews. You know, if it's something that you guys, you know, what up, Quan? Yeah, Quan got his son boxing. You know what I'm saying? He got him sparring a little bit young though, Quan though, bro. But I mean, you gotta throw him in the fire, man. Gotta throw him in the fire. I watched Quan's son spar all the time, man, on Instagram, man. If you know it or not, watch his son throw hands, you know. And he learned it early. That's how you gotta get him. Get him in that rotation early, man. And if any of you guys' sons box, man, let me know, man. I love to watch the videos and, you know, and see they growth. You know? See their growth. I watched my son Carlos, my boy Carlos' son grow fast. I mean, dude was a small kid, man. Nah, big as his daddy still boxing. So I love to see guys kids grow. I love to see the kids grow. And one of the guys in the boxing community, he buys all the kids gear. You know, if your kid box, he'll send you a nice package of gloves, shoes, trunks. Amazing guy. He crazy as hell, but he's an amazing guy when he's around um, as well. Um, yeah, you get that most channels that do interviews are biased. It's some channels that don't get that bias, man. But at the end of the day, if you guys want interviews, it ain't really nothing. Me and Colossal Sports TV, man. I mean, he got a crazy catalog of interviews, man. Crazy. I mean, you talking about Peter Quillen, Regis Progress, Keith Thurman. He just did one with Brandon Rios. I mean, we did one with Joel Diaz. I did one with Austin Trout with him. I mean, Andre Darrell, Anthony Darrell. I mean, you name it. He probably got the interviews in the archives, legitimately. I mean, you name him, he got a deep archive of interviews, man. Deep one, man. But like I said, man, you know, it's time to get back to that real boxing talk. It's time to get back to talk about what's in the ring. Too much drama-filled shit going through the boxing community, man. I'm gonna issue that challenge out to every channel out there. I want to hear some predictions. You know, I'm tired of hearing about the love triangle between, you know, these fighters or Joshua Wilder. That's clouded the whole community, man. I want to see how and why these fighters is gonna win these fights. You know, I'm just tired of seeing 1,000 reactions and reviews and videos upload, and I'm looking like, who did you pick? It ain't just doing a video on shit versus dog shit and saying, oh, I think you know, I think Jonathan is gonna beat Billy in this fight, you know, 5th round knockout. But I want to see exclusive videos of how these fighters win these fights. I want to see those videos, man. I'll issue a challenge. Even if you ain't got a challenge, man, challenge. Tell your favorite YouTuber, tell you some of your favorite YouTubers, like, hey, can we get a prediction video? I mean, you see Radio Raheem, he holding the mic. You see Ben Thompson, that Floyd Hype and Fight Hype, whatever you want to call him. You see T Street, you see Dante, you see these guys, and I mean, you know, talking about the sport and talking about all the news. But come on, man, let me see what you know about the sport. And I know sometimes some of them do, but we too far removed from that. You know, too far removed from that, man. It's too far removed from us not actually talking about the sport of boxing. But I want to get into this last one. Like I told you guys, we're going to really go for a big stream a little bit later on, man. We're going to go for a big stream later on in the afternoon. You know, some season coming, we might do some fantasy advice. I play daily fantasy football and basketball. So maybe getting some fantasy advice coming later on in the year. But let's talk about, you know, these channels that's selling out, man. On these channels that's, you know, going towards the grain for views. I mean, you know, come on, man. You know, a lot of these dudes didn't bought their views, to be honest. They didn't bought their subscriptions, so they didn't bought their views and stuff of that nature. You can tell the channels that bought their subscriptions. Their views don't match their subscribers. When they go live, how you got 100,000 people and only 55 people watching you go live? You know? But, you know, it's important to stay true to your channel, stay true to what you are. And it's hard sometimes because when your channel plateau and you're not getting the subscribers you see Joe Blow getting, because Joe Blow is praising Eddie Hearn, or he's praising Bob Arum, or he's shoving Lomachenko content, or he's shoving Earl and Al Heyman content down your throat. You know, and they getting all the views, and it's hard to stay honest. You know, it's hard to stay in your lane. A lot of guys blow up and they change. You know, a lot of channels get on because they super biased one way or another way. You know, the channels that call it down the middle and keep it a buck, those are the channels that's a slow grind. You know, that's a really, really slow grind, and it's hard, man. And it'll make you every day think, like, man, if I just cool or show out or just show love to this guy, I could blow up. And I was looking at a guy that Beverly Rose was saying on her channel. She didn't want to say his name. And I was looking, I think it's like Fresh One Media. I don't care. I'll name drop because I ain't got time for it. I got Fresh One Media, whatever the guy is. He been on YouTube since 2015, okay? He been on YouTube since 2015. And he ain't had no views, no real growth on his channel. I went back to the first video he dropped. But he started parading and dancing for Eddie Hearn, and his views went through the roof. You know, so I'm not gonna tell the cat to get it how you live, and he shows his face. So that's a double plus, because some of the cowards of the UK don't show their face. He's from America, and he's pushing behind Eddie Hearn. And for every one of him that's on YouTube, it ain't too many black faces that's out here pushing Eddie Hearn and killing Deontay Wilder. You got a lot of channels that's showing their faces. You know what I'm saying? That's legitimately showing their faces. So, you know, I respect him for showing his face. But 3 years on YouTube, you know what I'm saying? You know, and you ain't getting no traction until you start buck dancing for Eddie Hearn. That just shows other channels to say, you know, if I sell out, I can get the views. And I never sell out, man. Never. You will never catch me clickbaiting. You will never catch me, you know, doing nothing. People say, well, you said I'm draw sign with the zone. No, it's a question mark. You know, it was a rumor going around. If you listen to the video, you will never get clickbait from me. You know what I'm saying? Never. Not even in the title. You know, and it is what it is. And sometimes, you know, you want it that bad. You know, sometimes you do want it that bad. But like I said, man, you know, if he truly believes that, shout out to him. You know, but it's so funny. You've been on YouTube 3 years almost, and as soon as you start buck dancing for Eddie, all your viewerships and subscribers go up. And at the end of the day, it is what it is, man. I'll never do that, dog. Even if I've had 100 subscribers, I still drop the same content I dropped yesterday, 2 years ago, 3 years ago. You know, this ish don't happen overnight. You know, get it how you live. You're right. You know, but if you're gonna sell out your dignity, you're gonna sell out your soul. You're gonna sell out yourself. Shout out to Beverly Rose. I appreciate it. Boxing and entertainment. Okay, everybody get these flashy names. I see Cali Enigma went from the Cali Enigma Network to the Cali Enigma Sports TV Network. I see Colossal Boxing Talk with the Colossal Sports TV. You know, and yeah, I made the change to my name because I was originally in the Pocket Boxing. You know, that was my name on Facebook. I wasn't you know, what's going on, Marlo's Corner? I wasn't, you know, with the YouTube thing. Man, I would watch 7-8 and T Streets, Dwyer. Those was the three guys that I watched. In Town Biz, JS. I watched his videos for a long time. You know, I would watch them. You know what I'm saying? I just, you know, that's what I watched. And then, you know, maybe Ego and then like I said, Colossal Sports TV was like, man, let's hop on this YouTube, man. We joined up. You know, I had the Facebook clout, you know, and they had the vision for the YouTube and all that. And I hopped on YouTube, and like I said, that was 2014. So I've been rocking on YouTube for about 4 years. You know, I started this page in April 2016, just with knowledge from working on Colossal Boxing Talk. You know what I'm saying? And I found different ways to hustle my videos, and I never sold out. You know what I'm saying? I'm never gonna buck dance. I'm never gonna change the same channel from day one all the way to day none, whenever. You know, me and this guy Dolomite used to be the only ones in the comment section. You know, that's it. You know, every person that told me you suck, you couldn't do it, I mean, you'll be amazed. It was legitimately over 500 to 1,000 people that hated on us when we first started. Oh, just leave it to T Street and leave it to this guy and this guy. And once you actually get in the business, you actually get to doing it, chopping it up. You start seeing these guys sell out, and you start seeing some of these guys really don't have the knowledge. You find ways, or you know you can articulate it better. It's just you getting the subscribers, you're getting people to support you. And the main people that's out here supporting them that know you won't support you. You know what I'm saying? I have 11,000 people subscribed or liking me on Facebook. I would tell you probably not even 500 of them follow me on YouTube. You know, I got over 2,000 some friends on Facebook. And I would tell people, yeah, they see me share stuff on Facebook. But now just the majority of them just not start actually watching my channel. Now that I got up to thousands of subscribers. You know what I'm saying? And it worked like that, you know what I'm saying? You know, people don't want to be with you, you know, through the thin. But when you get thick, everybody want to rub shoulders, you know. Couldn't get a video, couldn't get somebody to collab with me. Only guy that would collab with me, and he don't even remember this, is 7-8 Sports. I reached out to 7-8 Sports, and we didn't have shit but what, 100 or 200 followers on Colossal Boxing Talk, and he was down to do it. It's just it fell through. You know what I'm saying? I respect guys that don't forget how I feel to be at the bottom. You know, and that's why I get any of you guys an opportunity. I would shout people channels out, and I will give anybody an opportunity because I remember, you know, I was at the bottom. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't nobody out here, you know, pushing my videos, man. It was me. You know what? Because me and Jarrell, we wasn't on good terms because we had a little falling out with Classo Boxing Talk. It really wasn't me and him. It was about five. It was four of us to start off. It was three of us to start off with. You know, and then we added more people. And I was like, you know, basically for me, I was like, I know I can do better. I'm trying to tell them, I'm trying to tell them like this is what we need to do. But with four different other personalities and eventually five different personalities, you know, they like, what did this motherfucker know? He come from Facebook. He don't know nothing. Basically, they didn't trust it in the process, and I feel that. You know what I'm saying? I definitely feel that, man. And I'm like, you know what? I know I can do it better. You know what I'm saying? You know, that's just my personal belief. And the whole point of me starting YouTube and actually going for it, to be honest, was to show them it wasn't about, it wasn't about nobody else. It was to show them like I can do it better, and y'all should have followed me and have my work ethic. And eventually it happened. You know what I'm saying? Eventually, what I believed in, and I knew it would work. You know, I knew I had to make minor adjustments to the channel. I knew I had to be consistent. If I was going to drop 2 videos a day, I had to drop 2 videos every day. You know, if I'm going to drop 1 video on Monday every day, I know I had to drop that 1 video at that same time. So my time slots was me being consistent in what time I drop videos. So everybody knows, you know, Gossip Clinic going to drop 2 videos in the morning. He's going to drop about 4 or 5 in the afternoon. He's going to top it off with 1 more or 2 more at nighttime. It's my basic principles, not even principles, it's my rules. It's my rules to this. It's rules that I will not break. You know, it's what I base this channel on. And I'm always looking to innovate and get better. So, you know, it is what it is, man. You know, but like I said, you know, I wouldn't sell out for nothing, man. And for the channels that do, it is what it is. It's like you punching the brick, or it's like you hitting a brick wall with a sledgehammer. You ain't getting nowhere. If you coon out, or if you sell out, or if you buck dance, and you know somebody give you a better hammer that in 1 or 2 or 3 strikes you break through that wall, a lot of people gonna take the easy way out. But it's hard to do the right thing. If it was easy to do the right thing, shit, you know, we wouldn't have no cops rob. We didn't have no need for no cops. We wouldn't have no robbers, no thieves, no killers. We wouldn't have none of that. So it's hard to stick to your principles. You know what I'm saying? And there's certain things that I won't talk about, man. That Shakir Stevenson video about him going to jail, that was a hard video for me to do. You know, it was a very hard video for me to do. And that's why I didn't really go off the top like that. Because I remember when I was 21 years old, I would do dumb shit like that too. You know, people forget, oh, Shakir's an idiot. He's rubbing shoulders with Broner and this and that. Remember, I was 21 in college, broke, out of state. You know what I'm saying? He's got some money. He's 21. He turning up. He legally to drink. He's a kid. He's still a kid. A teenager turning into a man. Shakir Stevenson, you know what I'm saying? You're going to make mistakes. Some of the stuff we did at 21, 22, 19, 18, 16, I'm ashamed to talk about right now. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You know, you ashamed. So don't forget where you came from. You wasn't an angel at 21, 22. You know what? You know, it wasn't that, man. You know? So I'm never gonna cap on guys like Shakir Stevenson at that age. But Tank Davis, you know, it's different. You know, with Tank, and Shakir got all the talent in the world too. But Tank is doing something that's awful. But I'm never gonna completely put Tank out there to dry. I'm not gonna completely put nobody out there to dry. No kid, I'm not gonna put out there to dry. Now, if you're a grown man, you know right from wrong, that's a totally different, you know, thing. You know what I'm saying? So, but as far as the young kids, black, white, orange, red, or whatever, I'm not gonna put them out there to dry. Just a piece of advice for them not to make the same mistake. As long as Shakir Stevenson learn from that and don't make the same mistake, it's totally cool. You know, because Floyd was doing far worse. Some of the stories they didn't release about Floyd was horrible. Not even just the baby mama drama. Some of the things legitimately in Vegas, he could have been capiche. You know, he in casino punching people in the face, smacking people, and doing the unheard of. Every Floyd story you heard that was bad, there's probably 2 or 3 stories that was equally bad or worse. You know? So at the end of the day, you know, appreciate it. Like I said, I'm going to come back with a big live stream. Like I said, I don't have no videos in the archives to upload. I don't know if any news has happened. But I would definitely check. But I'll give you a brief rundown, and as well, I want to pass this message on as well. Everybody know what happened with 7-8 channel. Shout out to 7-8 Sports. He ain't gonna be able to go live for a minute, but Black Fight Fan will be going live in the mornings with 7-8 Sports. So that will be the morning, the morning chat. On Black Fight Fan's channel, him and 7-8 is going live. So if you want that straight drop, real boxing talk, trill boxing talk in the morning, go to Black Fight Fan channel. For the exact time, I don't know. Black people time is definitely different. I think 7-8 on East Coast time and Black Fight Fan on Texas time, and they on nigga time. You know what I'm saying? Nigga time is never on time. Trust me. But Nonino Donaire, he got into the bantamweight tournament. He got to squeeze down. I mean, that's an easy lick for one of them guys, in my opinion. I mean, I don't think he's the same fighter. Tyson and Fury, I got some news coming on them. That'll be part of the next chat. But yeah, man. And the Tony Yoka guy, he's been banned for 1 year after missing 3 drug tests. He's a French heavyweight that I heard that wasn't as good as people were saying he was. So he missed 3 drug tests, man. Joseph Parker missed 1, and the WBC got on his head. So that's just something to look at, man. Yeah, shout out to everybody. Yeah, shout out to Trey X, man. Shout out to Quan Mugger. Shout out to Quan 43. Shout out to Josh Pop. Shout out to Roman Jesus. Shout out to the brother Would Be More TV. Subscribe to the homie. Shout out to KLD Testimonies Box. Shout out to you, brother. Shout out to Timmy Diamonds. Always see you around. Shout out to Marlo's Corner. Definitely subscribe to Marlo's Corner for that trivia box, and that's some real good shit over there, man. When I can catch it, man, I catch it, man. Ronaldo Gomez, what's going on? Mr. Dex Factor 87, y'all go holler at Mr. Dex Factor 87. He is Upstart channel as well. Definitely have him on the channel whenever he got a time to get on. But he a real solid dude for sure. Mark Blake, what's going on? Battle Rifle, what's going on? Shout out to Sister Beverly Rose for the super chat. What's going up the chat? Josh Pop, what's going on? And like I said, I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna put an invite up for a little bit later. But shout out to everybody, man. It's Boxing Clinic and more. One time for the one time. And if you guys don't know, me and Cali Enigma and the Colossal Sports TV, we got a joint venture. If you guys into college sports, college basketball and football in particular, the link is right in the description. Go over here and I'll put it into the oh no, I can't put it in there. But the link is in the description, man, and y'all go subscribe to over there, man. I definitely appreciate everybody that's showing love over here. But if you love college sports, the link is the first link in the description. Don't forget, I'm on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. All those links are in the description as well. Also, business, email, instrumental links if you want to know where I get my instrumentals from. And, if you want to donate, the PayPal link is there as well. And one time for the one time, y'all know what it is. We're going to come back later with some real straight drop boxing. At least 2. I'm going to try to shoot for a 2-hour live stream, but it depends on how the day falls. But one time for the one time, you know what it is.